never be you.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by the man in black. He is your coach and mine, the one, the only, the man they call Derek.
Yo, yo, yo.
We are here to talk a little AEW Worlds End. This show has been the home of the Continental Classic and a lot of bullshiggity, we shall say. So it was definitely going to be an interesting night and things to get into and things that we can do. Please, if you haven't already, make sure you share this on all the socials. Go to X, Blue Sky, Threads, I don't know, TikTok, where I'm everywhere, bro, at EPW Show. Give me the follow. Make sure that you guys go out of your way to share this with someone who's a wrestling fan. Let some AEW fans know, like, there are positive people in the community. There are people who actually like this product and will be willing to talk about it. So make sure you guys spread the word when it comes to that, man. And let's have a good time on this review, man. I see we got Matt Lopez in the house. He said, hello, good evening. Well, good day. Good day, sir. Hope you all had a great Saturday. That was a damn good show. XG Dub in the house was good. Yo. Matt said somewhere Tegan Knox and Miranda are thinking that could have been them, but congrats to Maya World and Hyon. Yes, they have been signed by AEW. My man Easy E is in the house. What's good, E? He said, Coach, put me in.
Gotcha.
Jasim saying yeet. What's good, Jasim? Quick, everyone go point and laugh at Nixon Newell. Terrible. Terrible. You are what the Spanish say, El Terrible.
Or what is it? You are what the French say, Les Copoton.
You've been watching Home Alone, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fired. I just watched it. That's how I do it. So, yeah, man, definitely going to be something different here tonight, man. Once again, like button, hit it right now. Subscribe button, hit it right now. Definitely would appreciate it. Also, EPW merch, man, get up there, get yourself some gear. I've got some. I'm going to be rocking that probably on some of the shows coming up here. That way you guys can check out some of the merch, man. We got a lot of good stuff up there. We also have some on Bonfire, too, with some slightly different versions, different materials. And on TeePublic, you guys can order a coffee mug for a few bucks. There's stickers for your laptops, things just so that you can represent pro wrestling. That's why it's called Everything Pro Wrestling. And I think it looks cool if you rock it with your Jordans, whatever, your sneakers, your Nikes, your Uggs, whatever you wear out in these streets, man. Make sure you guys represent, and you guys could do that as well. Clown, welcome. Appreciate you being in here, my friend. We are going to get into all of that, but Derek, man, how did you feel about the Continental Classic this year? I guess will be the first thing we could talk about.
I was very impressed with the Continental Classic this year. To see the caliber matches that we had this year and how they went about what they did in the matches, very pristine and proper.
Yeah, I thought that it was it's always a fun tournament, man. It just reminds me of sports, athletics, and even though you may lose one, it doesn't count you fully out of everything that's going on with it. And that is what this World's End show was built upon. We know we had the tournament stuff all lined up for it. So basically you got to see the semifinals and the championship final here. Here's what we had in the Blue League, man. You had all of these folks finally make it in. And John Moxley was the runner-up, and Konosuke Takeshita won the Blue League. And then you see how everyone else panned out. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a no. And then we had the same thing over here with the Gold League. Gold League finals. It was Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher. What do you know? Hey, heck of a play. And they did it once again. So we knew who the final four were going to be. It was Okada, Fletcher, Moxley, Konosuke Takeshita, all here battling for the Continental Classic, and it was for the Continental Championship. I don't want to get into how confusing this can get with the titles. It's just not worth it. But it's pretty simple. They de-unified the belts, so now it looks like there may be a separation in these championships because Okada he still has the international title, but the only title on the line was the continental title in all of this, if that makes sense. And we will get into all of that, man. Big shout out to our good friend Jesus De Leon. What's good, Jesus? He said, Mox fan club, we are up. Bill's taking the L tomorrow. Conrad, surprise, no Andrade, and no turn on Mox yet. Yeah, very surprising not to see any of that pop up in here. And how dare you say we're taking the L tomorrow? Can't believe you. This was the best C2 of the 3 thus far. I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Hubs in the house. Yo, big shout out to Sean. Me and Sean host Clash of the Podcast this Monday. Special predictions for 2026 episode. I got to work on some more of mine for tomorrow, man. But we're going to get all that up. I got some pretty cool YouTube thumbnails for that one. But yeah, man. I like to apologize to some of my church who are wrestling fans. I suggested watch this pay-per-view to hear about 25 GDs and 38 F-bombs. Wow. It's wrestling, man. It's wrestling.
My guy Hubs.
Yeah, good show tonight. Yeah, I thought so as well. Titles are separate again. Okada will continue to defend the international title moving forward. Yep. And we got Steve's views. What's good, Steve? Or excuse me, Stu. Stu's views. What up, Stu? My bad. Appreciate that, E. Thank you for holding it down, modding in the chat room. Let's get into the event, man. Overall, let's start with the 0 hour. We only had 2 matches this time for 0 hour. We started off with Eddie Kingston versus Zach Gibson of the grizzled young veterans, GYV. This actually sprung up and sprung over from Ring of Honor. He had a match with James Drake, and they jumped him afterwards. So Eddie was like, well, now I'm going to whoop your partner up. So that's what they went for in this one. There was a little cheating here with the scarf, trying to choke him out, do their stuff. But it all worked out in favor. And Eddie Kingston wins with his new finisher, the DDT. I like it. Just bring back a straight up old school DDT. Kingston gets the win. Afterwards, GYV attacks again. But Santana comes out to make the save this time. Eddie Kingston and Santana could be a potential tag team, I think, going forward.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Wouldn't mind seeing it at all.
It makes sense. He lost Hook.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Yo, shout out to Kelson. Welcome, my friend. Good evening from AEW Fan Hub, my friends. Thank you, man. Make sure you guys are out in these streets and check out our Discord. Me and Kelson have combined our efforts for that. And yeah. Ortiz, excuse me. Ortiz. Did I say Santana?
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, AMC on the brain. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I agree with you too, so.
That's fine.
So we're both at fault.
Yeah. Derek, you're fired. So the Ortiz came out and he's back basically, and him and Kingston being a team could work. We'll see.
I think it would.
I think they'll be fine. It might be a better role for both of them, but Kingston still has that fire. Like you could feel it sometimes still. So listen, I'm just glad that they're both back and we can get them on TV. And I'm glad to see GYV on TV. I think that they don't get enough TV time for how good that they actually are.
Yes, I agree.
In my opinion. With that being said, we had mentioned earlier, but we're going to bring it up now. Hyon and Maya World are all elite. They got the graphic officially tonight. This is what happens when you step up and make the most of your minutes, as they say. And I'm happy for them. And they were also featured on the 0 hour show. They had a tag match against Derek's favorite, the Sisters of Sin.
Yeah, buddy.
Wasn't a lot to this one. It was pretty simple. Sisters of Sin picked up the win with the double team maneuver here. This was the opening match. They got the quick dub. Then you went to the Kingston and Zach Gibson match. Then we jumped into 2 other matches that they added. And guess what? I don't have the graphics for them because I wasn't searching for them. So we had Mark Davis and Rocky Romero. This is what I'm talking about when I say the C team versus Mascara Dorada and Bandito. Fun little match here. 21 plex on Rocky helps get the Luchadors the victory. CMLL wins. Bandito wins. Ring of Honor wins. It was good to me.
Can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah, Mark Davis was like crushing people in this one too. He did a really good job in this. So did Rocky. Rocky's always good. And then we had a 8-man tag, Jet Speed and Jurassic Express versus Josh Alexander and the Demand. Yo, they jumped Luchasaurus in the beginning of this match and beat him down, bro. They're like, yeah, get rid of him. Take him to the back. Boom, he's out of here.
Dunzo.
after they take him backstage, Speedball comes out in pants. Speedball looked weird in pants. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
And don't take that out of context.
Yeah. Some people could pull it off, some can't.
Yeah. So they were out here, man. I don't know. I thought it was really good. Speedball's out here. He was moving around, and Luchasaurus returns eventually during the match, right? It was 4-on-2 at one point, and then Luchasaurus comes back out. Dinosaur clears house. People are just running into clothesline. And where do we go from here? They get in the ring, and Ricochet goes for his finisher, but Jack Perry ducks. Jack Perry catches him, gets the pinfall on Ricochet. And I said, is this going to lead to a match? And it's been confirmed for Dynamite New Year's Smash. Jack Perry will get a shot at the AEW national title against Ricochet. So there you go.
I'm all for it. I think as much as I don't care for Perry, I think it's gonna crush.
He said no Jack Perry biting tonight. Not tonight, my friends. No Jack Perry biting. He was good. His opponents, I don't know. I think they wish that they could say the same, but right. He still picked up the win. It's Speedball, not Speed Pants. Yes. Hey, man, I thought that was 386. Hey, listen, Homer Jade Simpson, hit the bricks. I watched High End for years on the indies, mostly in New Texas Pro. Super happy for her and Maya, who was a Athena pet project. Love it, man. Love it. Good for them. And to me, that was the 0 hour card. I like it. It felt short. I talked to Rob, and Rob had the best phrase about this. And his phrase was easy watch. Easy watch. So I couldn't be mad at that, in my opinion. It was a breeze to get through this show.
Yeah, it went by surprisingly quick, given the fact of what time it went off.
Yeah, and it's AEW, so you're always like, man, how long is the show going to be? But
right.
When you pay the 50, as Hub said, best $50 spent in the business.
Can't complain.
That's a fact. So let's get into some of these Continental Classic matches because I don't want to keep you guys up all night. Opening match on the main card. We had the Continental Classic semifinal. Kazuchika Okada taking on Konosuke Takeshita. The Don Callis family implodes, Derek.
Yes, sir.
This show was a lot of like wrestling, like just technical wrestling straight up, because in the Continental Classic, no one's allowed ringside. Nope. I mean, you could have someone on commentary, but they can't be in anyone's corner. There's no shenanigans. There's no BS. So
none of it.
It's just straight up action. And I love this match. And I still feel that they held back a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Not fully, just like they were like, we won't turn it up to like 1,000. We'll just keep you guys at. We'll go like 80. We'll go 80 or 70. That's good enough for you guys tonight. Yeah. And they showed glimpses of it though. Like, yeah, this is what we could do. This is what you could see. Right. There you had your spot. Your boy Okada flipping the bird.
Love
it. that Blue Thunder bomb by Konosuke Takeshita, a thing of beauty.
I promise you, bro. People need to lose to that.
Just a beautiful move.
That's why they need to lose.
Yeah.
Thankfully enough, he didn't pin him, but that's why you should lose.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I'm not mad with what happened in this. We had some close near falls, and there's some back and forth in between. Okada goes into the corner, Derek, and you can see him like fumbling around at the back turnbuckle pad. Mm-hmm. And he pulls out the screwdriver, the Don Callis family screwdriver. And how I just said, there's no BS in this. Here comes the BS. Yep. You got to find it yourself. You can't have a manager help you. So Okada grabs it, uses it as a weapon. Now, I think the ref saw this, or he had to have.
He had to have had a glimpse of it somewhere. At least a glimpse. If not, I don't know how you missed it.
Konosuke gets dotted right on the forehead with it. He had the chance to be the first person to win the G1 and the Continental Classic, but unfortunately it did not happen. Okada picks up the big W, screwdriver in the pants. it's all laugh, fun, and games, and then he hides the evidence, throwing it underneath the ring after Okada defeats Konosuke Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
I still think there's going to be dissension in the Don Callis family, Derek.
Oh, yeah. It's coming. It is coming.
So Okada moves on. He will have another match later on in the night that we will get to in a little bit. We get to the next semifinal match. It was Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley. Now, this one, Derek, this one was, I would say, one of the better matches on the card overall, if you ask me.
Yeah, honestly, for me, this is going to be my match of the night.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And what they were able to do here was nothing short of fantastic. I really like this one. Yeah. Fletcher came out wearing some Shredder-inspired gear. If you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, don't get a suit, Derek. Don't get a suit. Because I'll bust out that Big Show real quick. We can't have that. The match starts off with Moxley handing out that work, as I call it, and he was putting hands on Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher gets on offense and makes sure that he works the left leg. The left leg of Jon Moxley is crucial to the entire night. Moxley's leg is messed up. That's also the leg with the ankle lock. He's been tapping out like that. There was a story being told here because they tell stories in the Continental Classic, multiple stories. So Fletcher, that brainbuster on the apron. Oh my goodness, bro. I was worried for Moxley for a second.
Yeah. That one was whew. But run it back though, Mox with what was it? And it wasn't really a German suplex off the top ropes. Like
it was like a sleeper suplex. Like he had a sleeper on it. Oh my goodness, when he landed on his head.
Yeah.
Whew. Yo, awful, man.
Yikes.
After that brainbuster spot, though, they did do the 9 count. Yo, dear wrestling, and this is to everybody, every promotion, every company. Can we please stop with the Tower of Dooms and the 9 count spots? I hate them. I'm like every match, bro. Here, okay, running at 9. Yeah. I got it. It's just overly done, man.
It is. And it takes a lot out of the match when you do it. So let's just flat out do away with it.
Yeah, I would hope so. But they go out here, man, and they do their thing. And Kelson agrees with you, that match of the night, he says, easily. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time that these two ever had a match, too. Good point.
Oh, shoot.
Good point. That. So we get to it. Moxley chipped his tooth early on in the match, too, on the steps. If you saw where he, like, falls on the steps in the beginning, Fletcher, like, pinned his leg into the steps, and then Moxley, like, did, like, a little trip, and I think that's where he chipped his tooth.
Yeah.
So Moxley was going through it. His lips busted. This was King of the Ring 96 all over again, kind of, for him. Yeah. It was like, yeah, I'm tired of this. After that, though, Kyle Fletcher is beginning to panic. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to put in the ankle lock. That's not working. This isn't working. He goes and he starts reaching for where the screwdriver was. It was probably because he put it there. Dog, it wasn't there now because Okada threw it under the ring to hide the evidence. So now he's like, where is it? He checks the other ring corner. It's not there. Now you've wasted too much time and Moxley's got a second win.
Yep.
Dog, Moxley got him multiple Death Riders. Kyle Fletcher goes down and then he locks him in that bulldog choke. Nowhere to go but to just pass out. And they give the match to Moxley. After he's limping around on his leg, Kyle Fletcher kicks his leg out of his leg. If you know where that reference is from, you know. And down goes Moxley. The left leg is hurting, but he's in the finals. And it'll be Moxley versus Okada in the finals. Jonelle, welcome, my friend. How are you tonight, good sir? Just made it back to my hotel room after the pay-per-view. Did you enjoy yourself, man? I didn't think Jon Moxley was going to win that match with Fletcher. Yo, I hear you, man. How long does it count to 10? 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Yo, it takes a long time, brother. Kyle's going to be looking for Okada and Don. Will he be in Japan for Wrestle Kingdom? That'd be nice.
Listen, if you got Bryce in your match, it may take a little bit longer than that, the way he counts. 1, 2,
done. 3. Next up, we had the AEW Men's World Tag Team Championships on the line in a Chicago street fight, FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang. Can't go wrong here. I actually like the entrance for this one, where the Bang Bang Gang came out, and Austin Gunn had like the Donatello like strap with a kendo stick and the garbage can lid on the back. Like, he came weaponed up.
Right. I was messing with that. That was cool.
Man, good stuff here. Fighting in the crowd, trash can lids, garbage, people everywhere in this one. People crashing through tables. Juice was getting juiced. Robinson is busted open. He's bleeding all over the place. At one point, Robinson looks like he had the tag titles within reach. This man, Stokely, earned his paycheck tonight. He nailed the referee, Paul Turner. Just like, nah, get out of here, dog.
Bum rushed.
After that, Stokely tried to get like put through a table, like they shoved him with the chair, and Stokely missed the table completely. Not that it was a bad botch. I was more concerned with Stokely's head. Like, he almost went to the announce table, but then like the table fell on him, so it was comedic enough, and we were like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Then we see a shatter machine, but Austin makes the save. Austin ends up losing though because he got hit with a spike pile driver. He's bleeding right on top of the belt, and FTR get the win. Man, they put a beat down on these guys.
You know what? I'm not mad at this. I definitely like this match. I didn't expect anything, spectacular coming away from the Bang Bang Gang. Like, I knew that they would put on a good match, but I wasn't expecting them to win the match. Like, I just knew what it was. Like, you just gave the belts to FTR, so there was no reason to take it off because we already know what the situation is for them to have the titles and what we're leading up to when it comes to the titles. So I expect a lengthy run until that time comes.
Very true, Derek. Very true. By the way, if you guys didn't know, David Finley's New Japan contract is expiring. I only bring this up because we're talking the Bang Bang Gang here. And he is exploring U.S. options. Could he reunite with his former tag partner, Juice Robinson? Things just to wonder.
I don't see why not. You might as well.
But who knows who he's looking from interest from. So I just wanted to put that out there for people just so they knew, man. Glad to hear you had a good time, Jono. That's the key when you're in pro wrestling, man. Always. The juice was loose. That he was. He was. AEW, I got to give them credit. They're not petty like they used to be. They're a new petty.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're about to bring up the Sports Illustrated awards again just because ESPN, who's got those pay-per-view rights? Like they were just out here making sure everybody knew best promotion, best wrestlers, best action, best everything. And I was just like, okay, cool. I can respect that. You know what? Sometimes it's okay to smell the flowers, take a victory lap.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Listen, end of year awards are coming up. We got our own coming up. Ours will probably go out in a few days on the 1st, and we will keep it moving from there, man. Looking forward to that as well. But let's get into the women's tag team titles this time. We have the Babes of Wrath taking on Mercedes Moné and Athena. Derek, what did you think of this one? Did you have some fun with this?
I did. I do feel like they were kind of in a rough spot. Just how the card played out. I definitely felt like it was like, all right, the crowd is taking their moment to like kind of rest and relax and kind of like decompress a little bit. For me, it didn't take away from the match. I enjoyed the match. I just felt like it was like, okay, the crowd is decompressing because they weren't loud. They were interactive with the match, but not loud.
Really? I loved this beautiful dive that Athena hit on Willow on the outside. Yo, I don't know. Athena came into this. She looked trim. She looked like she's been hitting the gym. She was on point here. So I got to give her props. Harley Cameron hit a nice swinging neck breaker. This one, Harley Cameron, also great improvements. Like I have nothing but praise for this match, which is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the match was definitely good. Definitely good. And Harley Cameron, shout outs to you. You definitely have come a long way and you have proven yourself, in my eyes, time and time again, to show that you do belong.
Yeah. And they end up picking up the win here when Willow hits. I'm going to call it the SOS. It was like the Kofi Kingston move. Like she rolled through and then pinned her legs with her legs. And Mercedes got pinned again. I'll just fast forward to it, man. Mercedes is in the back after a few matches later after this L. And she is slamming things. She is showing personality. She is not being herself. I love it. And she's breaking a mirror. How many years of bad luck is that?
7.
She breaks a mirror. She slams stuff. And then she comes out, does her interview. And she says, you know what? I'm going to beat Willow's effing A. And I was just like, oh, okay. All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So New Year's Smash, that episode of Dynamite, bro, about to go in. I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm ready. So it is going to be a good thing. TBS titles on the line. I don't know if Willow pulls it off, but it's going to be interesting to watch. Make sure you catch me and Derek right here on Everything Pro Wrestling on Wednesday. Look at that. Look at that. Both teams did great in this match. I really like that one. Love it, man. AEW is the best wrestling promotion of 2025. It's not just me saying it, SI are saying it too. That's what they were going for, man. Willow versus Monet, the rematch. It could happen. It could happen. And then we go into, this is probably the bloodiest match of the night, I would say right here. Gabe Kidd, Darby Allin. And what I tell you, Ball brothers bleed, bro. They bleed. Bodies were all over the place in this one. You're going to hear that a lot in this one. I don't know if both men got lacerated or if it was Gabe Kidd's blood on Darby's hair, but Darby's mohawk right there was red. Gabe Kidd's face and the back of his head were just a mess. Derek said that you could probably smell iron or pennies or something. It's like, yo, it was a wild match, bro.
I honestly feel that I think they both were bleeding. I think Darby was forehead, Gabe Kidd was the back of his head.
Yeah. Yeah. It flowed, man. And 2 coffin drops. Kidd, it took him a while to get Kidd back into the ring, but he kicked out, hit him with a Scorpion Death Drop, locked in the Scorpion Death Lock. But Gabe Kidd's focus of the match was just to hurt Darby. And he went for a sleeper again, and Darby just rolled through. WrestleMania 8 finish, and Darby caught him.
Done.
Which I like, though. Like, we see people get pinned from that sometimes, and we see sometimes they kick out of it.
Yeah.
It's always good just to have, every match doesn't have to end with your finisher.
No.
And I like it when it doesn't sometimes, just because it adds some unpredictability to the match. And it's like, you better pay attention because you don't know what's going to happen.
Agreed. Yeah. So it can't be so predictable all the time. And having something shake up every once in a while is nice to have.
Yeah. Yeah, they did fantastic work in this one. Is Darby still going to be beefing with the Death Riders, Derek, in your opinion?
I say to a certain extent, because he's gone through everybody, right?
Pretty much. He faced Pac. He's faced, maybe, I don't know if he's going to go after Mox again. He beat Mox. I mean, maybe Yuta he could have a singles match with.
You know what,
he faced Claudio. Yeah, he basically fought all of them.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's going to owe. I think he needs to owe Yuta a match, because I think that's the only one he hasn't really wrestled. But he still has to get back for what they did. So,
yeah,
I think Yuta has to receive the darkest punishment,
if that, or well, we got a guy on commentary who I think owes Yuta a receipt as well, but we'll save that for when it's the right moment or right time, or if he wants to come back.
Right,
Derek. Next match. This was all about fun, I thought. It's the Mixed Nuts Mayhem. Who doesn't like nuts? This one had the Death Riders versus Timeless Tony Storm and the Conglomeration. I don't know if Roddy's officially in that group, but tonight he was rocking with them. And this was a very fun match overall. Like, there was dancing in this. There was back chops to spouses. It was a wild one.
Yep, definitely a wild one.
Yeah, there was just a lot of foolish antics. Listen, I'm not gonna go through it. If you like comedy matches, you should probably go back and watch this one. Um, it was just fun, in my opinion. Marina Shafir took a back chop from Roderick Strong. She beat the heck out of Roddy in this match as well. People got caught, man. Wheeler Yuta, aka the Shaggy Dog, aka Captain Planet. He ended up eating the J Driller, and Mina and the women's tag champs came out. They all celebrate. Orange Cassidy jumps in. They're talking about people being thruples. I was like, what is going on in this match, man? It got crazy up in here. And Tony Schiavone, y'all don't know what that line was. Hike him up, girl. I was like, yo, Tony Schiavone was fantastic tonight. He was just crazy, bro.
Good old Tony, man. Good old Tony.
Yes. Who said Darby versus Marina still needs to happen? Yo. She beat him for every time she asked him to take the trash out, Clown said. We shouldn't make jokes like that. But yeah, the fun match, like I said, overall. I will go back and tell people to watch it, man. Death Riders did not pick up the dub here. They struggled, and they fell victim to the conglomeration and timeless Tony Storm. Yeah. So very, very, very interesting.
Yeah. Definitely a good match.
It broke up the monotony because you have a lot of serious matches. Then it's like, here's a comedy match for you. Here's something different we could do.
Well, let's re-energize.
Yeah. Following up from that, we got the Mercedes Moné segment with Lexi. Lexi was the one in the back trying to interview her. And then we get to the women's title match. It was Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the women's championship here. I love the action in this one. To me, if I had to pick, Derek, this might be sleeper match of the night, in my opinion.
I could go with that. I could definitely go with that.
I usually try to assign that match of the night, sleeper match of the night, and this is definitely the sleeper match right here. They came out and they had something to prove, and I think they proved it in the ring. The action was spilling inside and outside the ring, hard hitting. Once again, Jamie Hayter went flying into the stairs. Please watch your grills messing around with these stairs.
Please. The stairs have been heavily involved tonight.
Derek, what did you think of that top rope twisting like Michinoku driver Statlander hits on Jamie Hayter?
I loved it. It definitely scared the hell out of me, though, but I loved it.
It looked dangerous, but it was so well protected. Like, once you saw the view of it, I was like, oh, so good.
Yeah, from the one side, it was like, eee. But then when they got to the other side to show you how it panned out, it's like, oh, okay, all right, we're good. She definitely got in there perfectly.
Yeah, and Matt summarizes this matchup. This women's title match was a hard-hitting battle. I love it. Yes. Really good. And he said, and I'm going to say it, I think Marina's going to be the one to end Stat's title run. Well, they did exchange some finishers here in this one. They even did each other's finishers. Both got knocked out, but Saturday Night Fever gets Chris Statlander the win in what I thought was a fine match. I still think Jamie Hayter's story is not complete until she gets back that women's title. I still think she's got another reign in her. The problem is, when does it happen? Who gets it? How does it happen?
Yeah. She is definitely due for another run. And I think when she gets it back, it's gonna be an exponential run.
Ooh. He said more like horny Schiavone. Hike him up, girl. Tony Schiavone,
my guy.
One of the funniest, wildest people, bro. Funny dude. Funny guy, bro.
Yeah. So, we have to do like a review on Tony's like best outtakes.
No, we don't, bro. He's gonna get us in straight up trouble. Tony Schiavone got some wild ones out here. It's just good to have Tony back in the business, is what I'll say, man.
Yes, Tony, you are the man. You are the man.
Let's get to the Continental Classic Finals. It is Jon Moxley versus Kazuchika Okada. Thank you, Tony Khan, for putting this graphic up. He said later tonight, and I was able to sneak and grab that one real quick. Derek, this one was different, man. It was different.
That it was. For two men to come together and their first match?
They may have faced off before, but I can't think of it. They may have faced off in like a G1 before. I don't remember the leagues that they were in.
It's you know what? It's worth taking a gander, because I want to say for them to let's just say
Never touched an AEW.
yes,
Okay.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I really like this one. Moxley has played up that he is a babyface at this point. He has definitely endeared himself to the crowd because the crowd was kind of cheering for him tonight. What happened? Think about where we were a year ago, where people booed John Moxley at this point, like being champion and doing this and doing that. Moxley got put on the top rope, ate a drop kick, and went off. And remember his left leg, stretched his left leg. He was hurt.
I think this is the first time that they've ever fought.
There you go. Thank you, Derek, and whatever app you searched it on. No free promotion.
Yes.
So
my co-host assistant,
Britannica. So
oh, wow.
Throwback. After that one, leg stayed the focus. We saw Okada, man. He was getting on point in this one. He hit his nice little like the over the top tope where he lands on you with the senton, rolled through it perfectly. I was like, Okada's feeling this one a little bit. And Moxley's chip tooth, I was just worried about him. I'm like, man, I know that brother's in pain right now. He's fighting through it. He's eating drop kicks. Your boy hits the middle finger pose again, like, yeah. And they beef and battle throughout this one. Moxley's locking in figure fours. He's trying to get gritty. He hits a low blow on Moxley, hits a Rainmaker, but only gets a 2 count. Moxley hits a Death Rider out of nowhere, Derek. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, he's going to get out of this. I thought there was at least one more kick out. No, Okada's done. GG'd. John Moxley wins the Continental Championship. And I was like, we have more belts? Like, that's all I could think. That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, what are we doing?
Right.
Moxley wins it all. And it was opposite. We all came in here thinking like the Death Riders are going to beat him down. That didn't happen, Derek.
So as this plays out, I started to think Moxley has been, like you said earlier, on a tear, and the fans are starting to make him seem like a face. I started to wonder, maybe with the direction that they're going with Moxley, maybe the Death Riders turn on him because he becomes a face.
Or do they join him in becoming a face? Because I'm looking at D-Rich. What up, D-Rich? Number one Claudio fan in here. He thinks we're getting Death Riders Don Callis family because Don Callis was kind of mad.
Yeah.
And if you're going up against the family, he's going to need some people.
True.
And Brian on commentary is not buying what Mox is saying, which he has the right based on what has happened. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and D-Rich brings up my favorite thing in the Mixed Nuts Mayhem while we're here on the Death Riders. Tony Storm getting the giant swing from Claudio.
Oh.
Yo, that was crazy.
Dude,
crazy work.
The way she popped up when he started to swing her, I was scared.
Yes, he said she showed a weapon and she used it. Tony Schiavone by Queen Aminata's corner hip smash on Dark versus Emmy. Don Callis family had a rough night tonight. They did. They had a little bit of a struggle. But to me, that's what the Continental Classic is all about. Who doesn't enjoy the Continental Classic? I'm just going to leave it at that. And we have to bust that picture out for next year. But that is the Continental Classic. And John Moxley is your winner this year.
Let's take
Tons of fun. And I did not expect that, though. Remember, we were all in here like, it's going to be, maybe it's Fletcher, maybe it's Okada, maybe it's Konosuke. Yo, how did you have a 75% chance to win? This is some Buffalo Bills stuff right here in the Super Bowl. Like, Don, what are we doing, bro? You lost.
Right.
At 25% came in and got you.
Right.
Yeah, and interview, nothing happened, though. Let's wait till the first show of the new year, though, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
I think the new year's going to kick things off. Records reset in AEW. And, I'd like to see what's going to happen with that. AEW World Championship 4-way. Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and MJF. MJF has inserted himself in this one because it was going to be a triple threat, and now it is a 4-way. Swerve Strickland came out. He had a Green Lantern / like Kill Shot inspired gear. And Kill Shot, I'm referring to his Lucha Underground persona. Who did you mention before there? Lobo? Yeah. There was a lot going on with Swerve, man, for superheroes tonight. And I did love that he came out with the ring. It was good, man. I love the entrance work tonight. Nothing too over the top, but it was good. Other than that, we had people flying in this one early on. I got to give them respect, Derek, for this main event. They were able to not do the old 2 guys go to the outside, 2 guys stay in. I knock you down, take the powder. Now it's just us 2. They kept the action where 4 people were in the ring at all times, and I can respect that. So hats off to these 4 for being able to do that.
Yes. It's different. And it's a good different because sometimes you have that monotony where it's like you said, 2 in, 2 out, do this, do this, do this, do this. No, to keep all 4 in is a change of pace.
And it worked. I'm still a big proponent of they should do like the ECW 3-way dances where it's like elimination, or the 4-way dances, elimination style. I think it would make things different and it would change it up a little bit. It came down to this because the 4-ways are just meant to protect people in a way, or maybe it's just like, well, we can keep things going and then the first pinfall, we're done.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can't mix them up, but I think for the pay-per-views, give people their money's worth and say like, okay, everyone will be eliminated and then 1 guy will walk out the winner. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm glad Swerve is keeping it DC. I hear you, E. People flying all over the place in this one. Fans were feeling the matchup with Swerve and Hangman. It got a big pop and reaction from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to get in their finishers and signatures. We get a double submission from MJF and Joe. MJF breaks his to stop Joe. Went to go rake his eyes. Like, nah, you ain't about to tap anyone else. We got a big sequence where everybody knocked each other down, big moves, big hits throughout the match. Like I said, there were muscle busters. They were going for signatures, finishers throughout the entire match, man. And I loved it, what they were doing in here. Swerve looked like he had things going. He's going up to the top for the Swerve Stomp. MJF shoves him off. Here come the Ops, and they start. I don't think MJF shoved him off. It was actually the Ops. I think MJF got kicked down, and then the Ops came out. And all the homies, the trios champs are out there and they're trying to interfere. Hangman's in the ring. He gets caught like, oh, I got to beat up Hook.
Right.
Hook sells it well. I don't know, man. All I know is Hangman caught some people, but then he ended up getting taken out. MJF tosses him out. Joe is hanging in, trying to get in the ring. Heat-seeking pile driver. 1, 2, 3. MJF is the AEW World Champion again, and the Triple B is back home. It's with MJF again, man. What happens now?
Let's see. I think we get a good lengthy run here. I don't
think it's going to be as long as his first one, where he was over a year with the title. I don't think he's going to. No way. I think he's not even champ by All In.
Oh,
I'm going to say that.
Okay.
I feel like, or excuse me, not by All In. I think he will lose it at All In. That's the longest I think he'll hold it.
Okay, gotcha. Who do you think takes it off of him?
Who knows? I know he's got a matchup with Bandito on the 14th that Matt just brought up. So that is there because Bandito won the Dynamite Diamond Ring, so he has one as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna just update it with that ugly strap. That's his gimmick. That's the gimmick. But yeah, he walked away with the title. Not much else to say about this one, Derek.
Nope.
Yes, and there is news that Kenny Omega might be getting to factor into the AEW World Title picture again, which I'm all for. Like I said, limit Kenny Omega's dates and times and keep Kenny Omega in the mix.
Yeah, it's time because I mean he's getting up there in age, with the diverticulitis and everything going on. That may be taking a toll on his body.
Yeah, it could be. Like I said, fantastic main event. Derek, if you had to run down like top things that you liked about this show, You think we come up with a collaborative list real quick before we give our final grade? I will say that I've loved the feud with Konosuke and Okada, knowing that it's going to move on.
Yep.
I love the Continental Classic and the stories it told, and Jon Moxley becoming the Continental champion right there. Yep. Like he was able to tell a story. He held on for the Death Rider. So who knows what's going to happen with that? Now I'm doubting like if they're going to turn on him.
Right. Yeah.
You had just a fun matchup, I think, with the mixed. Yeah. The mixed nuts match or whatever, the mixed nuts mayhem, whatever you want to call it. That's 3.
I would say
can we say the women's championship?
I could definitely say the women's championship.
Hard hitting, and then I actually will give props to the 4-way for being different.
Yeah.
Just being different, and MJF walks away your new AEW World Champ. That might be a clip. Who knows? Could be one of the shorts. But those were the top 5 things that we enjoyed about AEW Worlds End. I'm just trying to think. Derek, overall great, man. We kind of came to an agreement before when we talked about this. I'm going to say that this was a very good show. I'm going to give it a B+ for the overall show grade.
Agreed.
I told Derek, I think some people could argue for an A- if they wanted to. Derek thought that might be too much, but I think it's fair.
I'll give it to anybody who thinks it could be argued that way. I just think it's a little too much. Just because it wasn't one of those kinds of pay-per-views where it was like, oh, yo, like that kind of pay-per-view. Like,
and I think with when's Revolution? March 15th. That's going to give them a long time to like get their juices going again. And where do you want stories to go? What's happening? So I like that. Matt just brought up Omega Ospreay at All In. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know if Ospreay will be back in time to get into the world title picture. That's the other question. It would be cool if he could, though. So we'll have to do the wait and see. Wrestle Kingdom next Sunday morning at 2 a.m. The end of the Ace. I hear you, man. I hear you. With that being said, man, don't forget Wrestle Kingdom is happening. They have added a few matches to the card. Looking forward to it. We will see Okada and Konosuke Takeshita on the show. Takeshita will defend his title in a title versus title match, and Okada will be in the last match, the retirement match for Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I think there's no better way for him to go out than facing Okada one last time.
Yeah.
Andrade has entered into one of the mystery spots down here below. We have a number 1 contendership 4-way. This is going to be on TV. You have a kind of a Joshi dream match here with Suri and Kimitani. It's going to be good. We have a trios Rambo. Like, it's happening. Aaron Wolf's debuting. I really am looking forward to seeing like what happens with Aaron Wolf and what they do. And he's taking on Evil. Please be Evil. But I'm more interested to see how Aaron Wolf does. We'll have all of that conversation going on for you guys as well. Monday, Clash of the Podcast, preview and predictions. Me and Derek will be back for Dynamite. We will have the EPW awards probably ready in the next 3 to 5 days. So get ready for those ballots to go out, and definitely make sure you guys cast your vote. I will be bugging you for that entire week to make sure that you guys do it. But for me and this guy next to me, my guy Derek, we are out for this episode of World's End. And we will hope that you guys join us on Wednesday for our AEW Dynamite review. For me and Derek, we are getting ready to get on out of here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out these cool videos that we have loading up for you. And we will see you guys all on the next one. We're out.